I have a brother who is 23 years old. Addicted to gambling that year. Owing 700,000 gambling debts. To say that a normal person owes so much money. Already started to panic. Or be angry and strong. Work hard to make money. Either sell the house. Selling land to fill the hole. Otherwise, the interest alone would be overwhelming. But the mind of a gambler is different. Don't worry if you have too much debt. If you have too many lice, why don't you itch your gambling debt? I can't afford the money to pay it back anyway. Just break the jar and throw it away. It's as long as it lasts. In his 20s, he looks like this. Of course it doesn't hurt daddy. Mother doesn't love. This is the reason why I feel disgusted wherever I go. My brother won't even return home. Spending all day hanging out in rental houses and mahjong parlors in the county town. If you win money, go out and eat and drink. No money. Just flipping through the phone's address book. Let's see who can lend us an emergency response. I once asked my brother. Why don't you find a job? Work hard for 10 or 8 years. Pay off the debt. Just start a new life. My brother told me. It is impossible to work part-time in this life. Hundreds of thousands of loan sharks. The money I earn from part-time work is not even enough for interest. Just living and counting the ball like this. Later there was a group. Gangster in a van. Broke into the village. I'm going to ask my brother for debt with a knife. He borrowed a bicycle from me. Run away. But I left my parents and me, who had just entered college, to face the gangsters alone. That day, my house was smashed to pieces by gangsters. In the end, relatives pooled together 30,000 yuan and gave it to the gangster. This made them feel relieved. Before leaving, a gangster pointed a knife at my dad and said, "Don't let me see your son meet him even once in the future. Just chop off one of his fingers." Since then, I've never seen him again. Since then, I hate gambling so much. Since my brother left, there has been no news for 5 years. Didn't even get a call back. But my parents and I gradually came out of the pain. Anyway, according to my dad, just treat this bastard dead. I have never given birth to a son like me. If my brother really died outside, the days from now on will go on peacefully. But then one day, my brother suddenly came back. At that time, I was busy making rural short videos. I was busy until about 9 o'clock in the evening. When riding a motorcycle back, I heard someone call me a knife. I looked back and saw my brother standing under the streetlight. Waved to me. 5 years no see. My brother seems to be more depressed. His hair is messy and his face is covered with stubble. Wearing a tattered camouflage uniform. This kind of clothes is usually worn as work clothes in rural areas. Because it is thick and wear resistant. Cheap price. Even the bag I was carrying was badly worn. There are still a few gaps on it. Only his eyes were as blank as they were when he was addicted to gambling. Become brighter. Extremely profound. Long time no see. The excitement in my heart. It is conceivable. When I picked up the phone, I wanted to call my dad. But my brother stopped me. He said that Bowsy would not be busy yet. Let me call you and run some errands with my brother. No. I said it without thinking. No problem. Yes. In the eyes of others, my brother is a bad gambler. Spendthrift. Damn thing. But in my eyes, he is the brother I have admired since I was a child. As long as it's not illegal or disciplined. Borrow money to gamble. I'm willing to help him with anything. Then I got into my brother's van. This van is in tatters. The body is full of scratches. The paint is all peeling off. Don't say. The windshield is still wrapped with blue moon tape. Not only that. The car door is broken. I have to reach in through the car window. The car door can only be opened from the inside. In addition, he is wearing a camouflage uniform similar to that of a migrant worker. Messy hair and stubble. All this shows that my brother has been unhappy in recent years. But I really didn't think much about it. 5 years. It's good that my brother can come back. Even if you become a beggar. He's also my brother. My brother drives a beat-up van. Running wildly on the newly built ring road. Not long. Then we turned into a bumpy mountain road. The road is very bumpy. But the engine of this car is pretty powerful. After more than an hour of bumping around with puffs of black smoke, finally stopped. Non-stop. No way. There's no road here. Under dim car lights, I saw that at the end of the road was a heap of tombs. The tomb is overgrown with weeds. The extremely dark and rotten coffin lids and dead bones pulled out by wild dogs can be seen everywhere. My back is cold. Who has nothing to do at night and comes to the cemetery? I said, brother. What are you doing here? My brother didn't answer. He asked me, do I know Wang Lizi? Of course I know this guy. This guy is also a bad gambler. In his 30s, he looks like a rat with a sinister eyebrow. I used to work as a loader and unloader in a daily chemical factory. Can't make money in one day. I threw them all in. I don't know how many relatives and friends I borrowed money from in the mahjong parlor because of gambling. Later, he sold his homestead. A person in his 30s. Didn't even get a wife. Ippo Nihaku. A but full of gambling debt belongs to life. No contribution to society. The kind that would be a waste of land even if you die. I said, what happened to Wang Lizi? My brother said, Wang Lizi is about to die. As he said this, he asked me to get out of the car. Then opened the trunk. There are 2 cardboard boxes in this trunk. He opened one. I took a deep breath instantly. The red things inside the box are all $100 bills. I feel like my eyes are straight. Can't help it. Said something. Damn it. So much money. My brother said stolen debts are dirty money. Ordinary people can't spend it. What do I mean by dirty money? My brother explained it to me. I feel like my face has turned pale. Dirty money is not black money. Black money comes from unknown sources. Huge amounts of property are usually sold to fans. Smuggled. Corrupt. Anyway, it's because of violations of laws and disciplines. If this money is not laundered, I think it can't be used normally. Stolen money is different. Want to get stolen money? The money must be buried in the coffin. Put it into the corpse raising ground. The yin energy is very heavy. It will dispel the evil spirit of money itself because the yang energy brought by the circulation will change over time. This kind of money will make the negative energy worse and worse. The humidity is getting heavier and heavier. Someone may ask. No hard work. What's the use of getting some dirty money? Isn't this so idle that it hurts? Later my brother told me. Dirty money can buy things that ordinary money can't buy. For example, if the lifespan is not over, but died in a car accident. This kind of person is dead. The remaining yang show is gone. Waste is also waste. Have family members sign an agreement. Sell the remaining life of the deceased. Another example. Someone is having bad luck. You can cut off a piece of your own hair and wrap it in dirty money. Lost at the crossroads. Bad luck will naturally be thrown away along with the dirty money. But even if it's dirty money, that is also a real country-issued currency. If 2 cardboard boxes are full, I'm afraid there are millions. What has my brother been through in the past 5 years? My brother told me. Dirty money does more than just that. There are people in this world who want to buy themselves longevity. You have to use dirty money. If someone wants to buy fake zombies, they have to use dirty money. There are also people who want to buy fortune. Someone wants to buy a monster. All dirty money is used. But I asked my brother where he got the dirty money from. What have you experienced in the past few years? My brother just talks about him. Talk about bad gamblers like Wang Lizi. Although his character is a bit worse. But it's not like I just want to die. He's doing it to win money. I have embarked on a wrong path. In the end, I lost my life. Wang Lizi plays the role of raising imps. Raising little ghosts is popular in Siam. To put it bluntly, it is to worship the Ian brand Gumintong and so on. Raise a kid normally. As long as it doesn't violate taboos. It won't cause any disaster. On the contrary, it is possible to talk about it. Wang Lizi is different. What he did was simply out of character. To win money. I don't know where I heard this recipe from. To win money. A child's grave was dug up. Carrying the body home in the middle of the night. Hidden inside the coffin. 4 sticks of incense every day. Plus a drop of his own blood to support him. In this case, the imp will follow the corpse back. And he lies behind Wang Lizi every day with such a little devil on his back. It's like having your eyes opened on the mahjong table. Really invincible. Killed all the Ma friends and threw away their armor. At that time, Wang Lizi was still very high-spirited, claiming that he not only wanted to win back the homestead. We have to take the young widow who sells tofu in the county and take her home as a wife. Unexpectedly, only a few days have passed. Something happened to Wang Lizi. His hair fell out a lot. Wrinkles on face. More and more every night. My health is getting worse day by day. Later, when I woke up after having a high fever at home, I found myself gray-haired. Wrinkled face. Invincible. Instead, it's the child in the coffin. The corpse becomes more and more lifelike. Clear eyebrows. I happened to have a look at my brother when he came back from overseas. That's when I saw that Wang Lizi was wrong. Said that his energy were sucked by the kid. In the past, everyone was in the same poker game. My brother gave him a trick. Ask him to quickly find a place to burn the child's body. Get another coffin. Sleeping in a mass grave at night. This place in the mountains is very dark. In addition, your health has deteriorated and you don't have much yang energy. That child can't find you by looking for yang energy. Plus the body was burned. It will naturally dissipate over time. Wang Lizi means what he says and what he does. I had the courage to do this. Then I hid in the coffin and didn't dare to go out. But although the body was burned. But Wang Lizi is basically useless. My body is in such a bad state. Even if you can survive. At most, it only lasts for a year and a half. His accidental yangshuo is still with my brother. So I was thinking about using dirty money to buy Wang Lizi. He could squander the rest of his life before he died. My brother will also get rid of the dirty money as soon as possible. That's why he took me to Luanfenshan Mountain in the middle of the night. I was really amazed when I heard this. The world. Nothing strange. If not for personal experience. I really don't know. There are so many weird things in the world. But then again, what has my brother experienced in the past 5 years? And he knelt down in front of my dad and said that he wouldn't live much longer. Is it related to these things again? I didn't ask him. After all, he is his brother. I understand his character. It's useless to ask. Anyway, he was sweeping around with his flashlight. Soon it was locked on an exposed coffin. That coffin is made of wood. The paint on it hasn't peeled off yet. I guess it hasn't been here for a few years. He handed me the flashlight. Knocking on the coffin and saying, "Wang Lizi. Are you dead?" A weak voice came from inside the coffin. Soon. My brother covered the coffin. Open a white-haired, wrinkled old man. Pulling the lid open and sticking his head out. He stretched his neck and glanced into the coffin. Found a layer of quilt inside the coffin. Lie down and warm. There's ham on the side. Spicy strips. Baguette. A few more bottles. The most outrageous thing about the mineral water is that there is a mobile phone tied to the coffin lid. The phone is still connected to the charging cable. There is actually a power bank at the end of the charging cable. A picture immediately appeared in my mind. A gray-haired old man lies in the coffin. Eating ham sausage and drinking mineral water. Playing with your phone leisurely. Isn't this a disease? Look at that old man again. I was amazed again. Cheeks are thin and fleshless. Puffy eyes. Godless. Pour out. Eyebrow root nose. Judging from appearance. One is a bad gambler. Wang Lizi. But 5 years ago, I was still in my early 30s. Now I am only 35 or 6 years old. How did I become like this? My brother, please tell me. Wang Lizi's face suddenly became panicked. Don't introduce. I will die as soon as I get out. Lao Zong. Just do it. Send me food for a few more days. Otherwise I will starve to death. Not here. My brother said angrily. You've been here for 5 or 6 days. Watching short videos and eating melon seeds in the middle of the night. Neighbors around you will say you are a nuisance. Wang Lizi is lying in the coffin again. It says inside. Then I won't go out and I'd rather die than live. One more day to live is one day. This guy is a scoundrel. Still a scoundrel who is afraid of death. My brother casually dropped the canvas bag he was carrying on the coffin. I casually opened stacks of $100 bills and shone beautifully under the beam of the flashlight. 10,000 wads of banknotes. As far as I understand Wang Lizi, he may have never seen so much money in his life. My brother said, lame, your life can't be saved. Even if there is an elixir for you to take, you can only live for a year and a half. Your life is not over yet, so this money will be used to buy the rest of your life. If you agree, leave a drop of blood and sign the document. If you don't agree, it's okay, we will never buy or sell by force. Wang Lizi's eyes lit up and he said, Lao Zheng, do you really believe this? My brother replied, how did you become like this? Don't you have any idea? There are many things in this world that we don't understand. Go. Wang Lizi smoothly put the canvas bag into the coffin and said carelessly, bring me the documents for my signature. If you have money but don't earn it, it's the money that a bastard buys his life from, and I want it too. Then he took out the document bag and found a signature pen from his pocket. He said that this was a sales and purchase agreement. If he had no objection, he would sign his name in the lower right corner. After signing, he would leave a drop of blood and act as a fingerprint. Wang Lizi is a very contradictory person. On the one hand, he is extremely afraid of death, but on the other hand, he loves money to the core of his bones. When the two mental states of fear of death and love of money appeared at the same time, he chose to love money without hesitation. As long as you have money, you will admit it even if you are a ghost. Wang Lizi wrote his name carefully, cut his middle finger and squeezed a drop of blood onto it. Then my brother solemnly put the documents away and said, I will pay you for your life. You are willing to do it. It's a live transaction, and no one can deceive anyone. Wang Lizi, we are destined to meet again,